fellow West Indians, wherever you are, and fans of West Indies cricket around the globe, please do not forget to comment, like, and share. You are being treated to great moments in West Indies cricket. Tell a friend, then tell a friend to tell a friend.
Ladies and gentlemen, cricket fans then, cricket fans now, and cricket fans to be. The name we would like you to remember today is that of Sir Isaac Vivian Alexander Richards.
Oh, it's a glorious shot, glorious stroke. And this man is so quickly into position, his feet moving like lightning, forcing it away square on the offside.
.232 and 63 in the first test at Trent Bridge. Missed the second test at Lord's due to illness. 4 and 135 batting at Old Trafford on his third test return. 66 and 38 in the fourth test at Headingley. And 291 in his lone innings of the fifth test at the Oval. You can say that much like a samurai master, he wielded his bat with rhythmic fury. You can say that his was a mixture of elegance and brute force. You can say that he treated the English bowlers with total disdain. You can say it was another masterclass in batting by one of the greatest number 3 batsmen the world has and will ever see. Now we will, at another time, take a long, hard look at the career of this knight who was born to Malcolm and Gretel Richards in St. John's, Antigua. There is a whole lot to unpack there. For now, we want to take a deep dive into the 1976 Test Series in England. Today's retelling of Sir Viv's 291 is the first of a 5-part exploration of that pivotal series.
So heading into the 5th test of the 5-test series, West Indies were already leading 2-0, having won the 3rd and 4th tests. The team for this final test included Roy Fredericks, Gordon Greenidge, Viv Richards, Lawrence Rowe, Clive Lloyd, Collis King, Derek Murray, Van Burn Holder, Michael Holding, Andy Roberts, and Wayne Daniel. Batting first, the West Indies were 5 for 1, with Greenidge falling leg before to England's pacer, Bob Willis, for a duck. Now grab hold of your vintage AM/FM radios and let's relive another great moment in West Indies cricket.
England versus West Indies, 5th test at the Oval, August 11th, 1976. West Indies is led by Clive Lloyd and England by Tony Greig. We were drifting towards the more manageable side of a brutal summer in England, where between June and July the temperatures topped 32 degrees Celsius or 89 degrees Fahrenheit. Looking back, some might be tempted to say the touring West Indies cricket team of 1976 were responsible for the presence of the heat wave, as they certainly did raise the temperature on the cricket field. By the end of the series, writers would often speak of a demoralized and traumatized England side. Still, the 5th test began with England feeling a bit optimistic. West Indies had elected to bat after winning the toss, and with a mere 5 runs on the board pacer, Bob Willis had trapped opener Gordon Greenidge leg before wicket for a duck. But that's essentially where the good vibes ended for the home team. Viv Richards' turn at the crease quickly evolved into a daylight appearance of Freddy Krueger for Tony Greig and his men. Displaying his iconic swagger and confidence, Richards dominated from the start.
Sullivan out to Richards. Oh, confidently away. Moved inside, clipped it away square, the first boundary.
And no one was spared. In one of the most daring moments of his innings, Richards went after a quicker delivery from pacer Bob Willis and struck it straight back over his head to the boundary for 4 runs, highlighting his confidence and skill. Richards was particularly harsh on Jeff Miller, a debutante spinner, sweeping him to fine leg to bring up his century in just 124 balls. As he progressed past 150, he greeted Chris Balderstone's left-arm spin with a massive pull shot to mid-wicket, further boosting the West Indies total. By the close of play on the first day, Richards had reached his double century in 263 balls, a feat achieved in 340 minutes. His ability to dominate the spinners was particularly impressive. In a July 2014 article, writer Arun Abha and Gupta detailed Richards' treatment of Derek Underwood, England's most dangerous bowler. In a section of a cricketcountry.com article that described Richards' stroke-making during the morning of day 2, we read, "Few batsmen took the risk of stepping out to the brisk, fastish left-arm spin of Underwood, but Richards had no time for reputation or pace." Underwood was caressed past the mid-wicket against the spin with a gentle turn of the wrist. Richards stepped out to the left-armer again, was beaten in flight but went through with the stroke anyway, and the ball reached the extra cover fence on the first bounce. This was followed by a blistering drive which streaked between the bowler and the umpire Dickie Bird that went like a rifle shot. Underwood could react only after the ball had gone well past him. Luckily, Bird just about managed to get out of the way and avert serious injury. Richards' innings showcased his broad range of strokes. He was particularly ruthless against anything pitched up, driving half volleys with a straight bat past square leg, clearly demonstrating his impeccable timing and power. Balls that were pitched slightly short didn't fare much better, as he cut them away with fierce precision. Even deliveries aimed at his body were dispatched with ease, as he pulled them nonchalantly for boundaries. Richards' batting was a mix of elegance and sheer power. A snarling pull here, a daring cut there. Viv toyed with the England attack like a rag doll. Off-spinners, pacers, it mattered little. By lunch on day 2, he had progressed to 283. But 9 runs short of a triple century, his innings finally came to an end. After blasting the ball past Tony Greig and his fielders, he attempted to repeat the dominant shot, but instead nicked the ball onto his stumps, bringing an end to the 472-minute spectacle. His 291 runs came from 386 balls and included 38 boundaries, an innings that upped Richards' series tally to 829 runs and his 1976 harvest to 1,710, both records that would stand for decades. This innings was not just about the volume of runs, but the manner in which they were scored. Richards' dominance was both a technical and psychological masterclass, leaving the England team and spectators in awe. His innings played a pivotal role in West Indies, amassing a huge total of 687 for 8, declared and ultimately winning the match by 231 runs, sealing a historic series win.
And it's bowled in, and Richards goes on 291, the end of a memorable innings. A useful delivery indeed from Tony Greig. A little bit of spin from outside the off stump. A little casual shot from Viv Richards. And the end of a day that people at the Oval will remember for a very long time. 291 made out of 524, and in that last over from Tony Greig, he established a new aggregate in runs scored in a Test series via West India.
Next up, we are paying a visit to the underworld, to the metaphoric afterlife. Ever heard the phrase, whispering death? In the meantime, please remember to like, share, comment, and do tell a friend. See you next time.
Sport has long played an integral role in society, bringing people together and fostering a sense of community. Throughout history, there have been countless athletes and teams that have achieved great feats in stadiums and on playing fields, inspiring us and leaving an indelible mark on the world of sports. Such moments deserve to be remembered. Such achievements should be immortalized. Such instances must never be forgotten.